Damn, that curve though. Alrighty, guys, welcome to the first episode of CES Central here at Rickety's Productions. We are bringing you the latest news happening at CES, and we're going to start off with something a little curvy, as you saw in the intro, the LG G Flex 2. Now, this phone was just announced today, 5.5-inch smartphone, the sequel to the original LG Flex, which was about 6 inches, so it's pretty huge. Good to see a decrease in that. One thing that we do notice is a 1080p screen instead of a 720p screen, which is nice. You're decreasing the size, adding the resolution. That screen is going to look nice, and I promise you that. Another interesting thing has the 810 processor, 64-bit obviously. Great to see that. New processor, new great runnings. 2 to 3 gigs of RAM in there as well, depending on which region you're in. I believe the US is going to have 3. 13 megapixel camera as well with optical image stabilization. It also has that laser focus that was introduced in the LG G3, so that'll be awesome to see in there, as well a 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera. And it is going to sport a 3000 milliamp battery with quick charging as well, which is always nice. I've been using that on Moto X, and it is just a great thing to see in phones. It also comes in red and gray and comes with the self-healing it had before, but this time they said it will be faster, so that'll be nice to see. We'll see what that brings to the table and see if this changes anything. It's going to be a Note Edge competitor this year. We know that for sure. Next thing we have is Sling TV coming from Dish Network. It is able to watch your channels that you have on Dish on the internet, kind of like a competitor to Netflix and Hulu Plus. It's great to see these. Unfortunately, that $20 price is higher than Netflix or Hulu Plus, so it's not great to see that. We all know those cable companies are greedy. I don't like them that much, but they are bringing out services to compete with them. Let's see them improve on this, and maybe they'll have something better than Netflix, and that would be pretty cool. The next topic in hand is Asus, bringing us the Asus Zenfone 2 and the Asus Zenfone Zone. Not really interesting too much, just new Zenfones, which are pretty mid-tiered. The interesting thing about it, though, is that they are finally, bringing lollipop in them and 64-bit processors. Always great to see that, and always see advancement, and it's coming pretty soon. As well, the Zenfone 2 has a pretty weird setup for the power and volume buttons. The volume buttons are on the back, just like the LG G3, but on difference between that is that it has the power button on the top. It's a little strange, never seen that before. We'll see how people like that. People might hate it. I would hate it. We'll see how the back buttons do, but the power button on the top is pretty strange. We'll see how that works out. And coming from Samsung, TVs. Cool. No, but the interesting thing coming from Samsung is actually the Milk Music. They are making it for the Gear VR, which is good to see because virtual reality is kind of cool. And seeing Samsung develop for itself is good. Might get other developers, ready to develop for the VR itself. The more development on it, and the better, and more cool stuff you can get out of it. Makes the buy, worth it. And from Sony, we have the Bravia series, and the interesting thing about this is it's going to be having Android TV on there, so that's great. Android TV is awesome. You can basically cast all your games and anything you have on your phone onto there. It's kind of like having a Chromecast, but your TV already has it, so you don't have to buy $35 more. So that's really awesome. Great to see that Android TV is starting to gain some traction and actually coming to consumer TVs and stuff like that. It's great. Android TV is awesome instead of those crappy Java programs or Java smart TVs that we have nowadays that are really slow, and I hate them. I hate them with a passion. Another interesting part of the TVs is way thin one. It's 4K TV, which is awesome, and it's 5 millimeters. It's thinner than the Xperia Z3, which is crazy because that thing is so thin. I saw it, and it feels like you'd get a paper cut if you actually touched it on the side. So that's really awesome. Great to see that. Next thing you'll know, we'll just have paper thin TVs. And as well, they are now next month at least, they're going to start rolling out Lollipop to the Xperia Z3 line. Hopefully they update the way their software looks for, last 6 years. Hopefully it looks awesome. Hopefully they do something really cool with it and fix the notification system. And the last thing coming up is Alcatel with a new smartwatch. It's called the Alcatel One Touch smartwatch. It's running a custom OS, which is kind of a downer. I wanted to see Android OS on there. One cool thing though about it is a round smartwatch, and it's basically a copy of the Moto 360. It even has the little bar on the bottom, the flat tire. Cool thing about the flat tire though, it kind of has it's basically a home button under it, so it's not completely useless in this point. But it's also got a really cool way to charge. On the band itself, it has a full USB, so you could connect that into a computer. You don't have to have a cord for it or a separate, charging dock for it. So you can just plug that into a computer or even just a little charging thing on your wall, and that's really awesome. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in to my recap of CES. Hope you liked it. Hope you think this stuff is cool. Leave in the comments what you think's awesome or anything else that you saw here at CES. I didn't cover everything, but I did cover the coolest stories I could. So leave anything in the comments you want to talk about. I'd be happy to do it. As well, like the video, subscribe to see more of our CES coverage, and share with any of your friends who you want to see all this cool stuff. And I will catch you guys later.